Hello everyone, this is Abhishek from Art Science classes. So in this video I am going to discuss some of the previous year questions of from JAM papers, and those are basically selected from numerical type questions. And previously I have uploaded the MCQ and MSQ type questions. In this part I am only focused on numerical types. So I'll discuss the question and answer and how to attempt the question, concept behind that. So before continuing, I want to say something that we have already published our video lecture course in our website. You can see here artscienceclasses.in. I have already published one video in YouTube also, and also in our Facebook page. How you can access the course in our website. So now here the notification is, now we are giving some offer that is up to 50% off. You can get up to 50% off, and you can apply this coupon code, that is XESC50. This is the coupon code you can apply in the payment page. Remember, this will appear in the payment page, right? In the payment page you have there is a box. I have already published one video what are the procedure you have to go through to access the video lecture. So in the payment page there is a coupon code option. You have to put this coupon code, then you will get 50% off both in JAM and GATE course. Okay, so let's continue our video, and if you need any further information, you can contact in this number or our website artscienceclasses.com. So this is a question from 2018 JAM paper. Here it is a map given, and the contour, these are the contour lines, contour value are given. A bed A is given here. It is asking what is the true thickness, of this bed. So yes, so from this map what information you are getting, first let me tell you that, then I will go to answer. So first thing, these are contour, means these are giving height or elevation, right? Contour means they are the contour line is a set of points, which are of equal elevation. Okay, so these points are 200 meter, they are 200 meter, 300 meter, 400 meter, like that. So 200 meter contour means all the points on that contour line are having elevation of 200 meter. All the points which are present on the 300 meter contour, they are having elevation 300 meter, like that. So if the 200 meter contour passes through the bed, you can see these are two contacts, right? Let's say I will take it A1, I will take it A2. There are two contacts, right? A bed is horizontal. Suppose this is A1 and A2. There are two contacts of the bed. This is the bed, right? So the A1 contact is present on 200 meter contour, and here you can see this is the contact, right? Here it is a point, and here also is a point. These 2 points are passing through 200 meter contour. What does that mean? I have told you all the points which are on this 200 meter contour lines are having elevation of 200 meter. So this point and this point, these 2 points which are on A1 contact, I am talking about same contact, because there may be some there is some thickness difference between two contacts. Okay, there is some thickness difference between A1 contact line and A2 contact line. So now I am only focused on A1 contact, right? So this contact is here 200 meter, and there is a point here which is also 200 meter. If I will join a line, joining this point and this point, then that will be called strike line. This is the strike line. This is the strike line, and the value of the strike line is 200 meter. The value of the strike line is 200 meter for A1. This is for A1 contact. So now you see here this part, here it is a point, and here it is a point. These 2 points are on A1. These 2 points are on A1. And what is the elevation here? The contour passing is 300 meter. So here it is 300 meter, and here also it is 300 meter, and it is the strike line. It is the strike line which is passing through those 2 points and having 300 meter strike value. Okay, this is the strike line, and the strike value is 300 meter. That means if you see, this is 200 meter, this is 300 meter. These are two strike lines of same contact, A1 contact. Okay, I am not talking about A2 still. This is 200, this is 300. That means what? The bed is dipping in this direction. Bed is dipping in this direction because you are getting higher elevation towards west. If this is north means this is west. So you are getting higher elevation towards west. That means the bed is dipping towards east. Okay. So this is just interpretation part. I am just telling how to use map, because you can solve this question, but in the next examination this question will not come. So better to know the concepts than to know only answer. Okay. So this is dipping east. Now I have talked about A1 contact. Now if I will say about A2 contact, the second contact, you can see A2 contact is here. This is the A2 contact, right? Here it is a point which is cross cutting the contour, and this point is having elevation 200 meter because the contour value is 200 meter. Contour value here is 200 meter. So here it is 200 meter, and here it is A2 contact. Here it is value of 200 meter. Okay. So this strike line is having a value of 200 meter for A2, whereas the same strike line is having a value of 300 meter for A1, right? The same strike line is having 300 meter value for A1 contact, and the same strike line is having 200 meter value for A2. Why these are called strike line? I have forgotten to say. Why these are called strike line? Because they are joining points of equal elevation on the bed, right? They are joining points of equal elevation on the bed. When the 2 points are having equal elevation on a bed, then that is horizontal, right? When the 2 points they are having same elevation on a bed, that means if I will join a line, that line will be horizontal. That means if this is 0 elevation and here it is a point which is having 300 meter, and here it is a point which is having 300 meter. So if I will join a line between these 2 points, that will be horizontal line. So any horizontal line on a bed, any horizontal line plotted on a bed is termed as strike line. Any horizontal line on a bed is termed as strike line. So these are called the strike lines. Okay. So I have told you 2 things. I have told you strike line. I have told you how these values you are getting 200 meter and 300 meter. Now let me come to the question. Yeah. So I was telling about this strike line, right? This is A1 contact. I have told this is A2 contact. Okay. These 2 points are 300 meter, and these 2 points are 200 meter. So you can see this same strike line is having a value of 300 meter for which contact? A1 contact. This is the A1 contact, right? And the same strike line is having a value of 200 meter for A2 contact. What does that mean? That means if you see this is A1, if you see this is A1 here, at the same point you are getting this A1. Okay. At the same point, if you move down here, you will get A2. You will get A2, and here you find it is having a elevation of 200 meter. It is having elevation of 300 meter. That means what? Suppose here it is 0, this is 0 elevation, and you are standing above because you are watching this is the map, right? This is the map, means it is horizontal, that means you are watching from above, right? Let's assume that you are in a flight and you are watching down and you can see such a picture. Okay, so A1 is here, which is having elevation of 300 meter. A2 is 200 meter, means it is just below what 100 meter. It is just below 100 meter. The difference is 100 meter. Okay, so yes, so then again this point, I have told this point is having elevation of 200 meter for which contact? This is for A1 contact, right? This point is for A1 contact and it is having elevation of 200 meter. So the strike value is 200 meter. That means what? Let me draw here. I have told you this is A1, this is A2, okay, where you are getting this is 300, this is 200 meter. Okay, in the next side, that means to the right, this is to the right, to the east, and what is the difference? Here it is given 200 meter. The strike interval is 200 meter, here it is given. That means the horizontal difference between these two strikes, the horizontal difference or horizontal perpendicular difference is 200 meter. This gap is 200 meter. This gap between two strike line is given here 200 meter. That means if you move from this point to 200 meter this side, 200 meter this side, you will find A1 contact. You will find A1 contact at 200 meter, right? For this strike line, let's say I am telling this is S, this is S1. So for this strike line, for this point, you are having value of 300 meter. So you are finding A1 contact at 300 meter elevation. Further 200 meter towards east, you will find that value 200 meter. That means the contact is going to be here. This is A1 now, right? At 200 meter difference, the horizontal difference is 200 meter. The vertical, this is 0. Let's say this is 0. Now in this particular line, right? Sorry. So here you are getting A2 at 200 meter, A3 at 300 meter. If you move further 200 meter towards east, you are finding A1 at 200 meter elevation, right? Then if you move towards west, you can see this is a strike line. This is a strike line which is cross cutting only A2 contact. This is A2 contact, right? It is cross cutting only A2 contact at 300 meter. It is cross cutting A2 contact at 300 meter contour line. That means if you move 200 meter towards west, so what you will find? You will find A2, you will find A2 at 300 meter elevation. That means at this point you will find A2 at 300 meter elevation, right? I hope all of you are getting. I have taken this strike line. For this strike line you are getting two values. A1 is having 300 meter, so I have placed A1 at 300 meter. A2 is having 200 meter, so I have placed A2 at 200 meter. If I will move right, this is the horizontal distance. I have told this is the horizontal distance between two strikes, right? Two strike lines. Okay, so that is, this gap is 200 meter. That means this gap is 200 meter. If you move towards east, you are finding A1 at 200 meter value, right? So I have placed A1 at 200 meter. This is 200 and the total is 300, right? So then if you move 200 meter towards west, you are finding A1, you are finding A2, you are finding A2. We are finding A2 at 300 meter. So I have placed A2 at 300 meter. Getting? So what I will do now? So I will connect this contacts, right? This is A2 and A2, that means same contact. This is A2 and A2 means same contact. So what I will do? I'll connect A2, I'll connect A1. Okay. So now this is my bed. This is my bed, right? Here this is 200 meter. This is A1 contact. This is A2 contact, right? And this horizontal gap is 200 meter. Okay. So now what will I do? And I know this vertical difference is 100 meter. This vertical difference is 100 meter because A2 is 200, A1 is 300 at this strike line. I hope all of you are getting. I have taken 3 strike lines. First I have taken middle. From the middle I am getting 2 values, that is for 300 and 200 respectively for A1 and A2. So I have placed A1 at 300, A2 at 200. I moved 200 meter east. I am getting value of 200 meter for A1. So 200 meter east I have put A1. If I am going west, I am getting A2 at 300 meter. So I have placed A2 at 300. Then I have joined. So I found the bed. I found the bed. This is the bed. Okay, these are 2 contacts, lower contact and upper contact. Now you can see I can plot a triangle like this. This horizontal gap I know that is 200. This vertical gap I know that is 100. Right? This is 200 and this is 100. And what will be this? What will be this angle? This will be the angle of the bed with the horizontal. This will be the angle of the bed or the contact with the horizontal. That means what? This is your true dip. What is true dip? True dip is the angle of the bed with horizontal, angle of inclination of the bed with horizontal. So you are getting angle of inclination here, which is your true dip, which is your true dip. Okay. So now you can plot a triangle like this. This is 200 meter. This is 100 meter, right? And this is the dip angle. This is 100 meter. This is 200 meter, and this is the dip angle. So it is perpendicular by base, right? It is perpendicular and it is base. So that is tan function. So tan delta will be equal to 1 by 2. Tan delta will be equal to 1 by 2. So delta will you can calculate, that will be around 26.56. will be around. I have already calculated the value. You can use calculator also in exam. So delta will be 26.56, right? The value of delta is 26.56. That is the true dip amount. Now what you have got? You have got true dip from using this map. Using this map you have got true dip. Okay. Now you also found the contact. You have plotted here the contacts. You have plotted here the contacts. What is true thickness? The question is asked for true thickness. What is true thickness? True thickness is the perpendicular. That means the thickness which is measured, mutually perpendicular to 2 contacts, right? Thickness which is measured mutually perpendicular to both of the contacts. That means we have to find out this distance. We have to find out this thickness, right? This is our true thickness. This is our true thickness. We have to find out the this line which is mutually perpendicular to this contact and this contact. That means I have to find this one. To find this one, right? This is my A2 contact, and here I can plot the A1 contact. I have to find out this one, which is true thickness. What all I have? I have this value 200 meter. I have deep value, that is 26.56. Now I have to find out this length, I have to find out this thickness. Okay, I have to find out this side of the triangle. So you can see this is perpendicular for this small triangle, right? For this small triangle, here is something here. So we have this one 200 meter, then I have deep value, then I have to calculate the thickness. I have deep value delta, right? So this is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse, this is hypotenuse, this is perpendicular, and this is the base. So P by H, I can use sine function, right? Sine delta will be equal to P by H. So P will be equal to H sine delta. P will be equal to H sine delta, right? What is H? H is 200 meter. I'm writing here, right here. P is equal to H sine delta. So H is 200 meter into sine, the value you got 26.56, 26.56, and that will be around 89.4. that will be around 89.42. that will be around 89.42. So in your answer it is given 89 to 90. Answer sheet it is given 89 to 90. So this is correct, right? You have to calculate sine of that angle and you have to multiply with 200. The answer will be 89.42. Okay, so this is all about this question. I hope all of you understand. Okay, so moving to next question. Yeah, this is from JAM 2019, and what is asked here, the geological map shows the contact between sandstone and limestone. Okay, so here this is given one contact, this is the contact, this is the contact. Okay, then the two dotted curves are contours. So these are contours, this is of 500 meter and this is of 400 meter. The difference between the deep angle of the contact surface along AB and AC. So it is asked what is the deep angle in this direction AB and what is the deep amount along this. Then we have to calculate the difference. So you can see AB is mutually perpendicular to the strike. AB is a direction which is perpendicular to the strike. AB is a direction which is perpendicular to the strike lines. You can see these are the strike lines. I have told you how to plot strike line and why they are called strike line in the previous question. So this is a strike line of 500 meter value, right, and this is a strike line of 400 meter value. Okay. And this is the distance, or this is the length which is measured perpendicular to the strike lines. That means what? It will give us the true dip direction. It is the true dip direction of the contact because it is perpendicular to strike, and AC is the apparent dip direction. It is the apparent dip direction. So what it is asked here, you have to find out true dip, you have to find out true dip, you have to find out apparent dip, then you have to find out the difference, So I have already told, if you are going to plot like that in the previous case as I have plot, so for this strike line you are getting a value of 500 meter. For the same contact you are getting 500 meter here. Okay, and for the same contact I am now talking about AB, right? I am talking about AB, this line. Okay, for the same, this is at A, this is at A. If you move to B, here, which is 200 meter apart, you are finding the same contact at 400 meter, right? The contour value is 400, strike value is 400. So you are getting the contact here. You are getting the contact here at 400 meter. Okay, I hope all of you getting it. This is A. At point A, what you are getting, the value of the contact, the elevation of the contact. What is the strike line is representing here? The strike line is connecting 2 points. The strike line is connecting 2 points which are of 500 meter elevation, That means the bed is here at 500 meter elevation. In the next part at B, in the next point at B, the bed is at, or the contact is, not the bed, the contact between sandstone and limestone, that is at 400 meter elevation. So the contact is this one. This one is the contact, right? Here it is 500 meter elevation, having 500 meter elevation. Here it is having 400 meter elevation. Okay, and you are getting horizontal difference is 200 meter. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out the deep. This is the deep. What is deep? Deep is the angle measured between the contact or the surface or the bed along with the horizontal. So this is the horizontal, you know, and this is the angle of inclination, which is true deep, as here it is perpendicularly measured to the strike. Okay, so you can find out tan delta is equal to, again this is 100 meter difference, this is 400 meter, this is 500, so this is 100 meter. So tan delta equal to 1 by 2, so delta will be 26.56. Delta will be 26 point, tan inverse half means that is 26.56. Okay. So this is for true deep. Then if you do for AC, what does that mean? That means here it is a point A, and here you are getting the contact at 500 meter elevation. If you move to C, there is a point C here. Okay, at this point the bed is having elevation of what? 400 meter. This is 400 meter, right? And the distance between A and C is 300 meter, right? If you move from A to C, which is 300 meter apart, you are getting the contact at 400 meter, that means 100 meter below. This is the contact. So if you join that, this will be the contact plane, right? This is the contact plane. I hope all of you are getting. At this point it is having 500 meter elevation. If you move 300 meter towards C in this direction, that is southwest, you are getting the same bed at 400 meter elevation. Okay, so you have horizontal distance, you have vertical separation, that is vertical difference, that is vertical elevation difference, which is 100 meter, because this point is having elevation of 400. Here the contact is having elevation 500, here it is having 400 meter. So the drop in elevation is 100 meter, horizontal difference is 300 meter. You can find out this angle. This is the angle of inclination, which is not perpendicular to the strike. So this is, again this is horizontal, right? AC is horizontal, because in map whatever distance you are measuring, this is the map, this is a map, and in map whatever distance you are measuring, that is horizontal. Okay, whatever distance you are measuring, whatever distance it is given in the question in map, that will be always horizontal value, right? So this is 300 meter, and from this horizontal you are going to measure this inclination. So measure of the angle of inclination of the bed from horizontal, which is not measured perpendicular to strike, is termed as apparent dip. So what is the apparent dip here? Same formula, tan alpha will be equal to 1 by 3. So alpha will be around 18.43. I am telling you, I have already calculated these values, so you can use calculator. Alpha will be 18.43. Okay, don't worry if the like here angle came like 26.56 other than a whole number. Okay, if you are thinking that the question might be like the answer will get, you are getting 30 here, you are getting 20 here, not necessarily, right? If you are getting any odd value, that is also correct. If you are following the correct procedure, then answer will be correct, so don't worry about that. Okay, so here it is 26.56, here it is 18.43. now it is asking the difference, it is asking the difference, right? Difference between deep angles, difference between deep angles. So if you find out difference, delta minus alpha will be equal to 8.13, will be equal to 8.13. so the answer is 8.13. okay, I hope all of you are getting. Moving to next question. This is from JAM 2020, and okay, what is it? It is asked, a coal seam occurs in a stratigraphic sequence as shown in the figure. If a vertical borehole is drilled at location B, right? But where is location B? Yes, the location B is here. So if a vertical borehole is placed at B, the coal seam will be intersected at depth. Okay, so this is a point. This is, you can see, this is the coal seam, right? This is the coal seam. But it is asking at this point B, at this point B, what is the elevation? The B is having elevation of 500 meter. I have told you B is present on a contour, and all the points on the contour line will have same value, that is 500 meter given here. So the B point is having a value of 500 meter. Now it is asking, if you put a borehole here, if you place a borehole here at point B, at how much depth you are going to get the coal seam. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just make a strike line here. You are getting a contact here, you can see a contact here, right? The contact which is crossing the contour at 2 points, is crossing the contour at 2 points. What does that mean? These 2 points are having same value, same elevation, that is 500 meter and 500 meter. If I will join 2 points of equal elevation by a straight line, that will be known as strike line, that will be known as strike line, that will be known as strike line, right? If I'll join a line, straight line, which is passing through 2 points of equal elevation, that will give me what? Strike line, that will give me strike line. And the strike value for this contact, let's say yes, here it is given M and N, so this is Mn contact, right? This is Mn contact. So this Mn contact, yes, so this is Mn contact is having a value of the strike line for this Mn contact is having a value of what? 500 meter. The strike line having the strike line which is for Mn contact is having a value of 500 meter. That means B is having a value of 500 meter. Strike line is also having a value of 500 meter as it is present on the contour of 500. The same strike line, you can see the same strike line is passing through the coal seam. The same strike line is passing through the coal seam, right? This 500 meter value for Mn contact only, it is not for the coal seam. Okay, the same strike line is passing through the coal seam at 400 meter. You can see this value, these are 400 meter, right? These points, these 2 points, let's say X and Y, these 2 points are on coal seam as well as on 400 meter contour. This is the 400 meter contour, right? This is the 400 meter contour. So these 2 points which are present on the same strike line, on the same strike line which is passing through the Mn contact, okay, and they are present on 400 meter contour value. That means the same strike line will have for Mn contact, the same strike line will have value 500 meter, and that means B is having a elevation of 500 meter, okay, and the same strike line is having value of for coal seam, the same strike line will have a value of 400 meter. What does that mean? The same strike line means what? This is the strike line. Strike line, how you will see? You are seeing from above because it is map. I have already told it is map. So you are seeing from above. You are seeing from sky. Let's say you are in a flight and you are finding a strike line which is 500 meter. Okay. Let's say this is the contact, and this same strike line you are getting at 400 meter. It is for coal seam and it is for MN contact, right? So B is somewhat here, B is somewhat here. So if you will place a borehole at B, will place a borehole at B, so it will cut the coal seam which is at 400 meter elevation. So the vertical difference is 100 meter. So the vertical difference is 100 meter. I hope all of you are getting. You are standing here, you are standing in the sky, or you are in a flight, you are looking below, you are finding a strike line, you are finding a strike line which is having 500 meter value for MN contact. This is MN contact, okay, and you are finding 400 meter value for coal seam, and these two strike line you are watching as a single line. These two strike lines as they are like up and below, right? There one below this coal seam strike is below this MN strike, right? So as they are up and below, you are finding only one strike. You are getting only one strike. You can see only this strike, but we are getting two values. One is 500 meter, one is 400 meter. 500 for MN, 400 meter coal seam. If you want to imagine more, I am like this. You can see this is, let's say this is a mountain. Okay, this is a mountain or something. This is a dipping bed. Okay, let's use this. So this is a dipping strata or inclined strata. Okay, and here it is a coal seam. Here it is a coal seam, right? Only to make you imagine, only to help you in imagination, I am doing this diagram. Okay, this is, let's say, 0 elevation. This is 0 meter. Okay, so at this point, here it is a point, okay, which is having 400 meter elevation, and if you move above, this is another 100 meters. So this is having 500 meter elevation. Okay, and you are moving in a flight here. Okay, this is looking like a face but not. Okay, so here you are in a flight and you are looking from here, and what you are getting same point. You are getting only this point. You cannot see below because this is surface. Let's say this is surface and the coal seam is in the subsurface. You cannot reach there. But when you plot in the map, if you see, there is a strike line which is passing through B, and that is also passing through the coal seam. Then you are going to find out the values for the strike line. For B you are getting 500 meter, for coal seam you are getting 400 meter. So it concludes that at point B, if you go below, you are finding the coal seam at here, which is at 400 meter elevation. So B is at 500 meter elevation, the coal seam is at 400 meter elevation. So it is asking depth, it is not asking the elevation. Remember, it is not asking the elevation, it is asking the depth. Depth means what? You have to calculate from surface. So you have to get this distance, which is 100 meter, which is 100 meter is the answer. Okay. Moving to next question. So yes, a set of sediment, this is also from 2020 exam. A set of sedimentary rock A, B, C are affected by fault. The amount of vertical throw in meter along the fault. Okay, so here it is the fault line. You can see this is F and F dash. This is the, oh sorry, it is given FA. Okay, so this is the fault and the contacts are faulted here. You can see this is A, this is B and C, A, B, C. The beds are faulted. So what happened? The contacts are displaced. The contacts are displaced. You can see the AB contact is here and it is moved to this position. Again, this is a map. Again, this is a map. That means you are watching from above. Okay. So what you are getting some horizontal separation here. You are getting some horizontal separation here. Okay. What is throw? What is throw? If this is a fault plane, if this is the fault plane, and if we are getting some deep separation, right? Let's say I'm making a fault like this. Okay, this is a faulted block, and you are getting some deep separation. Suppose this block is like this, it is now a oblique slip fault, right? It is now a oblique slip fault. This is the net slip. You are getting some deep slip, you are getting some strike slip. Then what is separation? If there is any contact, suppose I will place a bed here, like this, I'll place a bed here like this, okay, and that will be here like this. Okay, if the diagram is not clear, let me make it again. I can solve the question in 1 minute, but you have to understand the concept. That's my motto, to make you understand the concept. So I'm making it again, the diagram. You can see this is a faulted block, right? And what happened here? It is the hanging wall. Right? So what is separation? If there is a contact like this, if there is a bed like this, if there is a bed like this, is a bed. Okay. So here also it will be there. Right? So if now you see, this is the horizontal separation. If you see, this part will be eroded, right? This part will be eroded, this upper part will be eroded, right? So where you will find, I will draw the horizontal like this. Okay. So what you are getting the bed somewhat here, and here it is here, and now this is the, okay. So this is the horizontal separation. Okay, this is the horizontal separation. Now I hope all of you got what is separation. If there is any contact of if there is any bed, or if there is any planar feature that is got separated because of this faulting, that planar feature is getting separated. Okay, if you see, the separation is always measured in horizontal or vertical direction. In this diagram I have measured in horizontal direction. In this diagram I have measured in horizontal direction. In the next diagram I will show what is vertical separation. Okay, so I hope all of you are getting. This is the contact, it is displaced. Then what I have done, I have eroded the upper part. I have eroded because the part which is having higher elevation, or higher elevation than this is hanging wall and this is footwall. So the footwall will get eroded. Okay. So after erosion, what you are getting, the contact is here, because the contact is here. You can find out this contact is dipping and going there. So in the hanging wall it is here. So this part is the separation. This part is the separation which is measured horizontally. So it is horizontal separation. Okay. Then what is vertical separation? I have to plot another diagram. I cannot show here. I am choosing, why I am choosing oblique fault? Because it will be more difficult than deep slip and strike slip. That's why I am choosing that. to make you understand. The diagram may not be perfect, but scientifically it is perfect. Okay, so now what I will do, I'll make a planar feature. I'll make a planar feature. Sorry. This is the planar feature, and which is moving like this. Okay. Here also same thing. This is the planar feature, right? This is the planar feature, or this is the bed, whatever you can say, right? This is the planar feature. Now this block got faulted. Then what I will do? I will erode this part. I will erode these parts, right? I will erode these parts. Then what will be the outcome? You can see like this. This is the outcome, right? After erosion, right? So what you are getting? You are getting the bed here, or the contact, right, in the footwall, and in the hanging wall you are getting this, then this, and this one. Okay, I hope now it is clear. Now you can see in this diagram I can show you both. This is horizontal separation and this is vertical separation. You can see the same contact is here, right? Same contact is displaced here. So this is vertical separation. I hope all of you are getting. This is horizontal separation. This part is horizontal separation, and this part, this vertically I have to measure. So this is my vertical separation. So I hope now you are getting what is separation and what is horizontal separation and what is vertical separation. Then what is throw? The throw is the vertical component of deep separation. This is deep separation. That means separation in the deep direction, and this horizontal separation is strike separation. That is separation in the strike direction of the fault plane, right? This strike separation, and this is deep separation. Okay, this length along the fault plane, if you measure, that is deep separation. And if you measure the vertical, or you can name it vertical separation, this vertical separation is known as throw. This is known as throw. What is heave? This is heave. This part is heave. Okay, so, and this is head. This is the angle called head. Okay, I hope all of you know this. Throw, heave, and head. This is head. This angle is head. This horizontal is heave. That means horizontal component of deep separation. We are getting deep separation like this. The vertical component is throw. The horizontal component is, this is deep separation, right? This is heave, and this angle is head. This is deep of fault plane. This is deep of fault plane because it is horizontal and it is the fault plane. The angle measured with the horizontal is deep. So deep, head, heave, and throw. So I have told you one concept. So here it is asking vertical throw or vertical separation or vertical component of the deep separation. Same thing, that is the throw. So how to measure that? Now I am coming to question. I have taken this much time. Sorry. So yes. So how to find out throw? Nothing, just to plot a strike line. Just to plot a strike line. You are plotting a strike line here. right? You can see this is a strike line which is passing through AB contact, which is passing through AB contact. This is the contact of A and B. Here also it is a contact of A and B, right? Here also you are getting contact of AB. Here also getting contact of AB. Now what you have done? You have plotted a strike line which is passing through the AB contact in both side of the fault. In both side of the fault. What is the difference you are getting in this same strike line? In the same strike line, same contact, but you are getting some difference. What is that? You can see the AB contact and the strike line. Here it is passing, the contour is passing is having a value of 500 meter. That means the strike value is 500 meter west of the fault, right? This is west, this is, let's say this is southwest and northeast actually. So in the southwest, you can see southwest part or west of the fault, you are getting 500 meter elevation. You are getting 500 meter strike value. What is strike value? Strike value means it is the elevation. The elevation you are getting for AB contact is 500 meter to the west of the fault plane or in the southwest region. If you move to northeast region or east of the fault plane, what is the elevation of the strike line passing through AB contact? You can see it is the contour value is 400 meter. The contact is passing through a contour, or the contour is passing through the contact which is having 400 meter value. Here it is having 500 meter value. So I have chosen only one contact. You have to choose one contact. Either you can choose AB contact or you can choose BC contact in both sides, right? You can also do BC contact like this, right? This line is also, this strike line is also passing through BC contact. Same contact you are getting, but the contours you are finding different. Here it is 500 for BC contact and here it is 400. Similarly here for AB it is 500 and for AB here it is 400. That means what? There is a drop in elevation. There is a drop in elevation. There is a drop in elevation. That means same contact you are getting here and same contact, this is the fault plane, and same contact you are getting here. Here you are having 400 meter elevation and here you are having 500 meter elevation. That means what? Elevation is always, you should know, elevation means what? What is elevation? Elevation means always is a vertical measurement, right? Is a vertical measurement. This point is having elevation of 500 meter. Let's say this is 0. Is having elevation of 500 meter, and after the faulting here it is having 400 meter. This is 0, so it is 400 meter. So what is the vertical difference between these 2 points? What is the vertical difference between these 2 points? That is 100 meter. That is the 100 meter. So the vertical difference will give you this throw, vertical throw. I have told you throw is vertical in nature, right? This is the vertical component of the separation, or the contact you are getting 100 meter below after the, if this is the hanging wall and this is the foot wall, so you are getting on the hanging wall you are getting elevation, the contact at 400 meter elevation. On the foot wall you are getting at 500 meter elevation. So what is the difference? That is the 100 meter. So 100 meter will be the answer. The simple way is passing a strike line and seeing the strike value in both the sides of fault. Here 500 and here 400. This is the answer, but I have taken so long to describe the what is separation, okay? What is throw. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much.